From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kayla Cockrell with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Monday, April 17th, 2023.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. An Upper Peninsula paper mill dealing with an unusual outbreak of a fungal infection has decided to shut down operations for up to 3 weeks as it deep cleans its facilities and tries to learn more. The Billerud paper mill in Escanaba made the announcement of the closure Friday. It had previously continued operations, despite since last month dealing with an outbreak of the fungal infection blastomycosis that has affected more than 90 employees, with about 12 requiring some level of hospitalization. The company was doing cleanups and encouraging employees to wear N95 masks as local, state, and federal health and occupational safety agencies investigate. Blastomycosis is caused by a fungus that is found in soil and rotting wood in places like the UP. Its spores can enter a person's body and transform into a yeast that can affect the lungs or spread to other parts of the body. Most people don't get sick. Some have cold or flu-like symptoms, and rarely, others can have serious complications or even die. The outbreak is very unusual because the disease isn't transmitted person to person. Billerud officials say it's the only industrial outbreak like this ever documented in the U.S.
This is Christina Hall with the Detroit Free Press. More than 3 years after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Michigan healthcare systems are marking a notable moment: the easing of universal mask wearing. Masks will be optional for patients, visitors, and staff in many settings. Each system may have exceptions, such as at long-term care and skilled nursing facilities. Rules could change if COVID-19 or other virus levels change in the community. The president of Corewell Health in Southeast Michigan said one of the big motivations was that masks were detracting from patient and team members' experiences. There were 504 people hospitalized with confirmed COVID-19 in Michigan as of Wednesday, 496 adults and 8 children, according to state health department data. All but 4 counties are at a low COVID-19 community level. The other 4, all in the Upper Peninsula, are at a medium level, according to the latest data from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Christopher Land was walking with his wife and their son through the nearby Oak Grove Burying Ground, an old cemetery in Taylor that they had started strolling through during the pandemic to get out of the house, when he spied something unusual, even for a graveyard. On a mound of dirt, a black box seemed like it had been left behind. As Land got closer, he said he could see it was labeled. This temporary receptacle contains the remains of, and in neat, handwritten cursive script, was a name followed by the word cremated and then the date, also handwritten, May 30th, 1996. I went, "No way," and I reached out to pick it up thinking, surely this is an empty box or something. Land, 41, recalled to the Free Press on Wednesday as he retraced his steps through the cemetery. I lifted it, and it was heavy. I called my wife over, and she said, "Oh my God, what is that?" Land stumbled across a mystery that Taylor police detectives are now trying to solve. His find raises an even broader question for funeral homes and lawmakers. As attitudes about religion and death change, and more Michiganders opt for cremation over burial, do we need more laws and regulations to protect people's ashes? Land said he carefully put the box back where he found it because he wasn't sure what the right thing to do was. They were in a cemetery, but he added, leaving what was once a person exposed to the elements and where anyone could snatch them didn't seem quite right. He contacted the city and then the police, who now have the box and are investigating the mystery. Why was the box there? Who put it there? And if the label is accurate, what should be done with all that is left of Michael J. O'Brien?
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, riding the waves of up and down with the Detroit Tigers. After starting the season 2-9, the Tigers came home over the weekend and took the first 2 games of their series against the Giants, both in extra innings. Sunday's game got rained out, kind of, though there never really was a lot of rain to begin with. After waiting around for almost 6 hours, the Tigers and Giants game was called off at Comerica Park and will be rescheduled on July 24. The Tigers enter tonight's series against the Guardians at Comerica Park, riding many downs and a few ups in this topsy-turvy start to the season. But that's the nature of baseball. It only takes a couple of games to right the ship. We'll see if the Tigers have done just that starting tonight at 6:40.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com.